Strap yourselves in, boys. It's gonna be really long. Welcome back to Game of Plays Wolfenstein 3D. Look at the length on this video. That's more typical of a heretic level, where there's actually stuff happening. But at Wolfenstein 3D, it's gonna feel like forever. Oh no. How could this possibly be true? Unless you're some weirdo also following my Twitter, like I asked you to. Only true fans get this. Nah, it's cool. It's not like I harbor any grudge. Don't need to, really. Okay. Wait, I just noticed that level did not have a gold key. He felt kind of lonely there. Alright, I've prepared a quick save. It basically saves quickly. Anyway, no, I've decided to do this because, especially based on this, what I'm about to do, I've come to the conclusion that, oh yeah, the game lets you save anyway, so why wouldn't I use it? Unless it's like a source port or re-release that adds saves after the fact, I'll use the saves if the game themselves come packaged with it. And that really just mostly applies to old DOS games. Try doing a point-and-click adventure game without saving. Yeah, right! I don't mean something like Sam Max. I mean like a freaking Sierra game. Alright, let's get my ass beat. Right now. Come on, beat my ass! Yeah, there you go. Oh no, it's the first time I've ever died in the history of everything. Good thing I have a quick load. Quick saving is very fast once you have it set up. You have to actually go through the normal save the first time, but then it remembers as long as you keep pressing the button. Until, like, the end of time? Or the end of the program session? Yeah. So this time, let's not die in that stupidly obvious way. I'm not sure even that was intentional on my part, but I decided to use that moment just to showcase that. Oh! Mine ladles! They're the soup Nazis again. Oh yeah, should I call these guys the green shirts? Well, no. No. Mutants is fine. They're unique just as they are. Alright, I got 2 health packs, 1 for each butt cheek. If you have 4 butt cheeks, what the hell are you? Some triple shitter? Okay. But yeah, if you look up the information of this level, besides the map, there's a total of like, what, 150 secrets or something? Yeah, and by secrets I mean push walls. Yes, really. You can't even do all of it, so... right. I'll explain when we get to that part. But right now we're just proceeding with the normal course of the level, so to speak. But here now, Game of Plays will do the optional stuff if it means fulfilling some arbitrary goal. Yeah, even if I have to use the actual game's mechanics to it, regardless of what you may say, Mr. Validator Man. I don't know. It's funny to get criticized after playing video games for so long and actually being good at them and being like, what are you talking about, sir? Like, what are you talking about? Especially funny when people think I act a certain way just because of a hobby, but it's like, they don't know me, I'm just generic guy, which I guess doesn't do me no favors when other people override what the genericness means, because language changes. Which kind of sucks. Unnecessary door alert. Also, oh, shit. Those guys heard me through both of those doors, so now I have blue shirtitis. A rare disease. Basically, a shirt grows around your body and becomes some sort of fabric. Blue shirt disease! Couple crowns. Because we just killed a couple kings. How many kings will you slaughter? I don't know, man. Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm practicing recordings a few times. Apparently things just happen. This is very long, so I'm gonna have to keep this take. You're still rolling, right? Yes. What are those, by the way? Spears? We just got like, yo guys, if these guns don't work, I got these melee spears in case that good-for-nothing goody two-shoot person tries to kill Hitler or something. Oh, look at all these guys in the back. They don't have a chance. Okay, I'm impressed that that guy hit me back there for 15% damage. What the shit? That's a good shot, mister. I think he crit me, but since it was a long distance, that really didn't mean much. Still, damn. Nice shot. Oh, shit. Alright, we got a little ammo dump there. Reminds me of this one tank game where you actually place an ammo dump. And then if you conquer the enemy's ammo dump, you take away their ability to shoot. It was a messed up board game that way. I think another game that takes a concept like that, what was it, like Tao Peng, like a Mortal Kombat clone actually made by John Tobias. And like, you could break the other character's limbs off, and then they would not be able to use any fighting moves associated with that limb. Which I thought was a pretty cool idea. There's actually another arcade game that does that. I'm just trying to remember what it was. I know it was a 90s one, though, and I think it involved time travel. And, like, it would be an instant end if you decapitated the person, regardless of their level of health. Which was kind of stupid, so I liked the other, whatever, Xbox game that was better. I need to look that up. That'll give me some wiki reading to do tonight. Some people read books to go to bed. I read wikis. Yes. Yeah, I do that. I know what you're thinking. Oh, he bores himself to sleep. No, it's not really that. I get overjoyed trying to read random crap when I have nothing better to do. It's just, sometimes it's knowing when to stop. Which is good, because I used to have a problem with playing video games way too late. Not too much anymore, thankfully. Because I live enough of my life doing this, so I don't actually need to do that. Isn't that cool and junk? Here's some useless-ass doors, except this, because it has a health pack next to the sleepy beds. So it's a hospital bed, I guess. Got some spare rooms with some audible goodables. Did that door just go through the... I think I was able to see the door texture go through the wall momentarily, in like a brief flash of memory-itis. If I add itis on everything, it makes it funnier, right? It's all an infection. Insurrection. Man. Yeah, but really all this possible quit saving is actually setting me up for a bunch of other Wolfenstein campaigns in this engine. So it's not all for naught. At all. I'm not even sure if there's people that have done LPs of that stuff, but there are plenty of videos on it. So, I mean, just look around. It's a nice hobby to have. A little better than Sudoku, right? So, hopefully this is something they put out in their retirement homes. Actually, that'd be probably more like doing Mario, but you know. Retirement homes are going to be fun when they are, like, packed with Super Smash Bros. Melee cabinets. And, like, freaking Vanilla Ice. Yeah, that location meant nothing to me in particular. Look, barrels with ammunition behind them. This is important. Look over here. Oh, there's this area that you need the gold key to unlock. It is not essential. I just thought it was weird that there is a locked area that you don't actually have to go to. But is there a point to going in there? Well, there's some food. And some zombies. I guess if you thought this was where the exit was without knowing about the map earlier, you'd be in for a shitty surprise. That's usually how this game goes. Although it's really kind of hard to trap you. I mean, it's easy to trap you in a game, but there's nothing elaborate about these traps. They're very simple and asinine. Much like this game design. That's okay. I will tolerate it so you don't have to. Yeah! Guys, I need more ammo. I'm gonna need all of it. You give it to me. Alright, this is where the real exit is. Behind this door. Except, isn't that the silver key door? Right, because the other gold key door opened the way to the silver key. So maybe it's a trick to where you think the silver key is. Aha! I mean, gold key. You know, one of them keys. I'm not going to exit yet, though. It's time to go to the base of glorious fantasticness. Right after I load up on ammo. Let's go find some ammo real quick. Yeah, like, backtracking has become super important now. No, really. You do not want to start the thing with lower than your max stuff. I don't care who you think you are. You want to keep them guns. Wrong side, Jucko. Alright, we push this wall behind the basket. The basket wall! And then this wall. Whoa! One more wall. Come on, wall me up, baby. Alright. We are now going into a legendary ass maze. I'd advise looking up my Twitter post or just looking at the Wolfenstein 3D Wiki to see what a map of this level looks like! So, I guess, since I'm going to be here in a while, I guess we'll talk about this maze and some other things. So this is the maze for an old contest back in '92 that was designed with the release of this game. However, it was taken out in later versions or barely just got into it all because the developers quickly discovered that this was just on the rise of what level editors were, so someone found it like immediately and called them up. And they kept getting calls. They still get, I think from time to time, they still get calls, just as a joke, like in the same way someone would call GameStop to ask about Battletoads, so they call Apogee to call about, well, I'll tell you what it is soon. Anyway, yeah, don't expect to win a contest this way. This won't be the only video game I've played which has, like, old contest entries, by the way. This is really before anyone knew any better about how easy it is for someone to figure stuff out. We really underestimated the intelligence of the human audience just because we were making breakthroughs of technology. Oh boy, no, just your creativity, not our know-how. So be careful with what you unleash in the world. You'll never know if you can't take it back, especially if they use it as a meme or something. Then you'll be sorry that you ever invented copyright. So yeah, this maze is, there's like a wall in every room. There's like 200 of these fucking squares, and there's a particular path I'm going to need to take. There's actually some items in here that I actually can't get, and better yet, some of these push walls will lead to dead ends, and some of the push walls aren't even possible to push based on where you'd be pushing some of these other push walls. So, even if you wanted to be stupid about getting 100% like as max as possible, you can't. So forget about it. Unless you want to like demonstrate via no clip, but no, you're really not doing yourself any favors. I'm giving this as much respect as I can, but that's going too far. But we're going to go to where the contest winning entry thing is, and also there's two other enemies in this level, and they're all hidden behind it. Both of them are hidden behind the door. It's two clones of Hans's. It's really fucking annoying, and it's actually the reason why I started to convince myself to do the quick saving, just because it's in such a tight corner. There's also a few pathways I'm going to open up just so I can have these one-ups, which I'm going to use after killing a single Hans. So I'm ready for the second Hans. Yeah, but yeah, there's like Hans very rudely cramped in their spot, and I have to do a lot of backing up, so, you know, I mistakenly thought I could kill him very quickly. However, I was thinking of easy difficulty logic and forgot that on the hardest difficulty, while not every enemy gets scaled health, the bosses do. This had proved to be a problem because I had to just keep shooting, and even if I was able to shoot fast enough before I died, I would have ran out of ammo, except with this boss. You can just get through enough of your ammo, and you'll pretty much need 99. There's a small chance that all of your ammo won't actually get him, but this chance is pretty low. But keep that in mind. And also helping me is the map. So I went into, like, what did I use, actually? I guess I used GIMP. I used GIMP. I guess that needs a better name. But yeah, I used an image editor. And just drew over the maze and the paths I needed to take. There was actually someone on the internet technically did this already a few times. A few people have done this. I just drew my own because I wasn't going to draw at the dead ends and the places that are impossible to go to. And the screenshot of the map they're using didn't match the program I was using. It was some other editor, I imagine. So I just drew over where that was. And yeah, like, and I put the I drew in yellow where the main paths to the Hanses were as well. Not where I'm going for the bonus, but that's not really off far from the end of where I've got to go. And I put green for the one-ups and that one ammo thing you may have saw at the beginning, which is probably the most pointless thing to get in this maze. Besides all the things you can't actually reach, including other 1-ups. Yes, I believe there's a few other 1-ups on this map you can't actually get. How would you know this? Trust me, if you're unconvinced that you should have a map editor and the ability to save in game by now, I don't know what to do about you, man. This is the way of old DOS games. That's how it's always been. I'm not kidding. I guess the exceptions are what, roguelikes and some turn-based strategies that have an optional Iron Man mode. At least for this platform. We just spent our time thinking about what we were doing. Really, we should give this genre more credit. It's really more thinking than you really thought. You'd never think about all these puzzles and wall pushing in a game just about killing Nazis. Alright, he's behind this door. I'm going to try to shoot as the door is opening. I'm testing my passageway to make sure I don't get stuck. I've learned that if you try to speed up while strafing, I have a higher chance of getting caught in the collision of the wall.
Guten Tag.
He wants me to have a good day. Do you want to have a bad day? Badentog? Yeah, like, even if he can slightly see me through the edge, he's gonna shoot me, you see. So let's plan that a little better. Please load. Alright, the also good thing about this quick load is it doesn't interrupt the music, assuming I'm loading in the same level that I saved in. So that's nice. We don't have to fuck the music up for you. I appreciate that. The closer you are to the rest of your ammo, the easier chance you have. There we go. Nice. Oh, alright. I guess I'll mention this funny fact. So, if you go in here and kill him, like any Hans Gross, is programmed to drop a gold key. So right now I have 2 gold keys. It's still just 1. But you could go here before getting the gold key in the level, what you normally do, and then go back and just open the doors. So as far as you know, you would have just won. You could just hop right to that exit after getting 1 Hans. So that's a strategy, if you wish to do that. I think that's incredibly impractical, but it's funny. I'm going to backtrack a bit to get that 1-up. Then I'm going to go side, then I'm going to go get to 2 other 1-ups, so I'll have max ammo again. Remember, each 1-up gives me 25 ammos, so I'll be up to speed. And then we'll go defeat Hans, the other Hans. What's funny is that there's another level in episode 6 that has 3 Hanses. It's not nearly as bullshit as how cramped they are. Like, they're in relatively open spaces in comparison. But what's funny is that I'm told is that they have their own names. Like, well, Pons, Franz, and something else. Like Johns or something. But no. These 2 Hans don't get names. Why? Why did someone go through all that trouble? I don't know. It's a Hans, alright? You call it Hans. It's going to happen more than once. We're going to play multiple mods of Wolfenstein 3D. Just expect Hans to be everywhere. Hans is like, you know, the wispy woods of the Wolfenstein franchise. You always start by kicking his ass, no matter what kind of timeline you're in. Usually. I think there's also boss, like, you know, the premier warm-up boss. Everyone's got to have those. Okay, we've refound our way, thankfully. I'm going to enjoy it. Am I not? I can't believe I've had this much to talk about over basically nothing. Ain't I a stinker? Yes. Yes, you are, you stinky man, you. You are the stinkiest stinker who ever stunk. Anyway, so yeah. If you really want to try this experience for yourself, just do what I did. Make sure you have the saves, draw the map up. But the other technique is just, you know, spatial awareness is going to be absolutely essential, especially if you're trying to do this without a map. So at least have some sort of memory, and just save several times if you're trying to keep track of where you are without a map. You saw how many saves are on there. There's like 10. That should be enough. And if it's not, you know what you can do, which I do as a backup? Oh, I got another 1-up. You know what you can do as a backup is, before these videos, for any of them really, as long as I can save, I keep a backup of the save in case I really fuck it up. That way I can continue from the point I stopped. This is important because of continuity things like small amounts of points, ammo, health, blah blah blah, lives, you know. You don't want to make it look, you want to make it look somewhat seamless, right? We're gonna have the illusion that I'm better than I actually am. Ho ho! Yeah. Are you digging that maroon sky yet? I mean, the ceiling really is just the sky. Ray Tracing! Featuring your host, Ray Tracer. Yeah, it's like Max Headroom's other cousin for like a death race game, I imagine. That's what I think. So yeah, we're gonna get this one up, and then I'm gonna quick save again before I get to the other haunts. Actually, no, I'm gonna quick save it at a certain point to show you something else, and then quick save before the haunts. Before the Hans, oh Hans! Yeah, you're expecting like a giant hand to clean me up, aren't you? Well, guess what? No, you're not. And if you think we're done with the Hanses, we're gonna have Hans all day. Just wait until I get my Hans on you, of which there are several. Thank God he's got simplistic AI. Like I said, it's just the collision detection and your movement and your spatial awareness. He really only has the advantage because you're in such a crappy location. You saw like the first boss battle where it's just like, oh yeah, I got him, because there's like lots of room to hide behind stuff too. And what else? Yeah. And just the fact there was a bunch of spare ammo and health to get easily. And it was really just the one secret. It's really all you needed. Like, even if you died, you'd be fine, because it gave you a chain gun. Hell, I think this level had a chain gun somewhere, too, so you should be okay if for some reason you're playing by a life-by-life basis. How much more can I explain about this? Okay, I'm saving here, for a reason. We're gonna go through this door. Hey, it went up. Call Apogee! Say, Aardwolf! No, an Aardwolf is not an aardvark mixed with gaming wolf, before you ask. It is a real animal, though. Anyway, if I push this wall, it blocks off that door! Oh, no! But I have to if I want to get to second Hans. I'm also going to push this wall the other way. And it's going to look awkward because it's actually going through the wall now. But this is to give myself more room with Hans numero dos. Okay, let's quickly practice my path. Yeah, I think this path is technically easier than the other one. Let's do it!
Guten Tag.
We already met, genius. You're a fucking clone army. At least I'm able to hear your guns this time. I forgot how limited the stereo was on this, if any at all. Nice. He really got only one good hit on me, so I think we're alright. Yeah. Alright, let's get out of this goddamn maze, which I can manage. Even if I couldn't manage, just hug the wall like any good Minotaurian. And then you'll reach your way out. Then I'm going to get refilled on everything, and then I'm going to leave. Yeah. Yeah, that's the Game Wolf experience. Tedium to the maximum, if possible. If I can do what's seemingly boring 'cause of obsession with a damn game that is only slightly younger than me. Which is strange, given its content. It's possible parental advisory. No one would care. Although, really, I played Catacomb 3D as my first FPS. The adventure series, more specifically. So yeah, Catacomb Abyss was my first FPS. I don't know about you. Also, it was really freaky at the time. It was the first time I encountered a game with zombies in it. Or anything with zombies in it. So it was my own personal horror game. There you go, October. That one's for you. Would I do an LP of it? I don't... Well, the thing about even much older shareware games is that each episode tended to be its own standalone executable. I haven't thought about how I'm going to organize that just yet. Not yet. Oh, hey, we're back. We've entered civilization! Yeah. So if you want to develop a narrative for the reason why that maze, please. That sounds like an incredible writing exercise. You should probably do it now, before someone else takes your idea and writes you all the way out to the bank. With the word bank. Ha ha ha. Okay. There we are. Now we're golden goosing. That's not going to be a catchphrase. You can just stop that notion right now. Wow. So yeah, the rest of this should go faster. I really had to think about how I was going to approach this just based on like my own biases, really. I mean, what else was it? Also lack of information. Think about it. I didn't grow up with this game technically. Yeah, look at my... Oh! Alright. Worth it for the treasure ratio. Congrats me. A huge fucking setup for the punchline, though. I wouldn't recommend. 10 out of 10, baby! I'll see you next time when I do the boss. That's gonna be a cakewalk, oddly enough. Alright, bye.